This episode of Sideline Warning is brought to you by Roosport, makers of the original magnetic running pouch. Whether you're biking, running, hiking, or even traveling, the Roosport clips to your waistband with magnets for an easy, convenient way to carry what you need without the bulk of belts or bags. Visit theroosport.com and take a look at their products, sizes, and colors and find the Roosport pouch that's right for you. That's theroosport.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Sideline Warning, the show where sports takes are sure to go way too far into the field. Here to recap this week's biggest and best sports stories are your hosts, Dave Adams, Ben Foster, and Adam Russell.
And welcome into Sideline Warning, episode 32, everybody. This is the golden voice of the Southeast, as always, your one, the only Dave Adams tonight. And of course, I've brought my friends alongside with me, all the way down from Birmingham, Alabama. He actually waited patiently this time. Ben, I'm proud of you. Ben Foster, everybody. Ben.
Oh, yes, Dave. Hi there.
Talk now.
Can I? Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure I didn't.
Now?
I just
Adam.
Whoa, hold on, wait. Whoa.
I'm sorry, guys.
Whoa.
What
are we doing here? This is chaos.
We have to have some semblance of order here, Adam. Come on.
My bad.
Okay. Ben, did you have anything you want to say before I bring in Adam?
Good evening, Dave.
Good evening, Ben. Okay. All the way from Toy Story Land,
Oh, nice.
Adam Russell. What's going on, Adam?
To infinity and beyond, my friend. I can't be from Toy Story Land, otherwise there'd be a 4-hour wait for you to talk to me on the show this week. So.
Have you been yet?
I did Slinky Dog a while back, walked the land a little bit, but I haven't been during the madness. So.
Okay. Well, I will say one of mine and Ben's friends, Daniel Furlong, is actually down there right now.
Okay.
He had a fast pass actually for both Alien Saucer and Slinky Dog. How that happened, I don't know.
He's a pre-planner, evidently.
Well, they're both level 1s, so I don't know how you have both of them.
If you're trying to wonder, if you're trying to figure out, who gets to go, that claw chooses who goes.
Ooh, there you go.
Okay. Well, so I'm just going to go ahead and warn everybody up front. This is going to be a very abbreviated show because not much has happened, and there was only one big topic to talk about, and it is 4th of July week. And it's a topic that we don't really want to talk about, but we kind of have to because it's basically what's taken over sports talk the last 24 hours. Ben?
Longer than that.
I know, but just the major topic happened 24 hours ago. Ben, you are our basketball guru. So why don't you bring us the topic?
I think you were talking about the NBA making a few trades and a few changes, and none of those, the free agency, none of those more stunning than Paul George re-upping with Oklahoma City. That's the one you're talking about, right?
Yeah, that's it.
That is the one, because there weren't any other big transactions or big moves that were shocking to people or stunning. That was really it.
Actually, I'm talking about Rajon Rondo going to the Lakers. Rajon went.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
That was good that he waited to commit to the Lakers before there were once they showed there was a commitment to building a team around him.
Yeah, exactly. But no, of course, that's not the big topic that we're talking about. LeBron James, the 33-year-old aging forward, has signed a 4-year, $154 million contract with the Los Angeles Lakers.
Is he only 33? Because it feels like we've been talking about him for 33 years.
Well, keep in mind, he was the last class that was allowed to go in without going into college. So we've really been talking about this kid.
It's a
since he was
15-year career.
Yeah, since he was 18 years old. So let me ask your guys' opinion. Good move for LeBron? Bad move for LeBron? Indifferent move? What do y'all think about it?
I think it's a good move for LeBron as the person. I mean, he owns 2 houses out there. He's wanting to make a move, to finish out. I mean, there's always the championship chasing that he's known for, right? But I think for him as an individual, I think it's a good move. I think in terms of him overall and how he'll be viewed, if he doesn't pull one off, I think it'll kind of be the asterisk that follows him, after his career.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and we're going to talk about his legacy here in a little bit, Adam. You kind of jumped the gun on us a little bit. But let's first talk.
I held back. Thank you very much.
Okay, you did.
I was very reserved. I could have gone off on my soapbox. You know how I am about soapboxes, Dave.
Yeah, let's hold off on that one. But so Ben, what is your thoughts on this LeBron moving to Los Angeles? Does it make the Lakers a legitimate contender now, or
No,
what?
come on.
Okay.
It gives the Lakers the chance to build a contender. It does not make them a contender right now. They're going to be a good team. They're going to be better than they've been in probably the last 5 years. But they are, at best right now, the 3rd best team in the Western Conference. And there's not really any moves they can make that will make them better than that. Unless somehow Kawhi Leonard falls in there. But otherwise, the Lakers are looking at a ceiling of being the 3rd best team in the Western Conference, and as a result, probably the 3rd or 4th best team in the NBA.
You say 3rd best team. I'm looking at the 2018 NBA brackets playoffs right now. Golden State is definitely better than LeBron and the Lakers right now. I'd say the Rockets are better than LeBron and the Lakers. I'd say that the Thunder. I'd even put Portland above LeBron and the Lakers right now. So really,
absurd.
I've got LeBron 5th.
Portland. Why would you even put Portland there?
Portland's a great team. Damian Lillard's a great point guard.
Damian Lillard is really good, but he is not LeBron James. That's silly. Los Angeles is the 3rd best team. Oklahoma City. So, I will entertain the argument that Oklahoma City right now with Paul George re-upping might be better off and might be a more cohesive team. So I will entertain that LA is the 4th best team, but they're not. But Portland is not better than LA. LA just jumped up there, but they're not to the top of the Western Conference.
So what do you guys think it takes then? I mean, you got Houston and Golden State obviously out there in front. What does it take for the Lakers? Well, who do they have to bolt on to this? Because, it can't just be him, right, like you guys are saying. So what do they have to do to top Houston and Golden State?
They've got to get Kawhi Leonard, and that's either happening this season or it's happening next season. And it's that simple. If they're able to trade for him now, that really boosts them. But Leonard's got 1 more year on his contract. When he's a free agent next summer, he's definitely coming to the Lakers. He wants to play for LA. LeBron wants him to play for LA. That's how it's going to come together. So, and the Lakers, they're going to try to put the best team possible on the court this year, but they're also not going to do anything that jeopardizes their ability to sign Kawhi Leonard a year from now, if it takes that long.
You talk about the Lakers want to put the best team on the court right now. But let's look at who is on the Lakers right now before LeBron got to the Lakers. Isaiah Thomas was the point guard for the Lakers. Remember, Isaiah Thomas was the point guard for the Cleveland Cavaliers at the beginning of the 17-18 season, and LeBron made Cleveland trade Thomas because he did not get along with him. So in this sense, unless LA wants to get rid of Thomas, I really don't think that this was a good move for the Lakers, because you've already brought in a guy who causes problems. He caused problems in Cleveland. It was not a cohesive unit with LeBron. And so I don't know. I don't think this is going to be a good move for the Lakers in the long run. I don't.
They're going to unload Isaiah Thomas. It's just that simple. If Isaiah Thomas is even healthy enough to take the court, he's been plagued by injuries, and there's a good chance you won't even see Isaiah Thomas suit up in a Lakers uniform ever again.
Well, and then another guy that the Lakers brought on the very night that LeBron signed was Lance Stevens. Now, we all know that Lance Stevens and LeBron have had their issues when Lance Stevens was up against LeBron in the playoffs. Will they be able to put those issues at bay now that they're teammates?
Yeah, he's gonna quit blowing in his ear. LeBron said, go make that deal so Lance Stevenson will quit blowing in my ear.
Well, I still think that was a dumb move to blow in somebody's ear. I mean, who does that, really? Well, Lance does.
I mean, if you, yeah, I think it's fine. It's a little weird, but I also think it's fine if you can figure out like a way to get inside somebody's head. If you can play mind games with LeBron James, go for it. And he plays good defense, and down the stretch, you got to have some guys that are able to play good defense. And LeBron would much rather have that guy playing with him, playing defense to help his team, than playing defense otherwise. So, playing defense against him and shutting him down. So, and which Stevenson's able to at least slow down LeBron in the playoffs and make trouble for him. And outside of the finals with the Warriors, the Pacers have caused more trouble for LeBron than a lot of teams. So I think it makes a lot of sense to pick up Lance Stevenson.
Well, another move we've already talked about it, that the Lakers signed Rajon Rondo yesterday for 1 year, $9 million. But they also neglected to re-sign younger forward Julius Randle. Why would you go after an aging point guard, Rajon Rondo, who couldn't even make it with the Bulls a couple years ago, and you neglect to sign a up-and-coming star of Julius Randle? Let Julius go to the New Orleans Pelicans.
Well, because Randall was going to eat up a good bit of contract space, I think. So I think that you're able to actually dump a little bit of salary by letting Randall go.
Okay. Well, okay.
And that's what they've got to do. They've got to make some room. Like, it's not like LA has a lot of money, but they're not just sitting on piles of cash. So in a lot of the scenarios where LeBron comes to the Lakers, it was going to be really hard to keep Randall there in order to have enough space to get some other really talented folks. So it makes sense, I think, in the long run when they're trying to piece this team together.
Is this a team that they've pieced together they see continuing playing for a number of years? Or is this a win in the next 1 or 2 years and then we retooled in?
Well, they're just trying to hold something together right now until they get Kawhi Leonard. And if Kawhi comes now, there is going to be a win now mentality with LeBron and Kawhi Leonard there. If it takes a year to get Kawhi Leonard there because the Spurs are not interested in trading him, because they aren't interested in making other Western Conference teams better, then it's going to take a minute. But the moment you have Kawhi Leonard and LeBron James on the same team, that's when the clock starts. This team needs to be winning. And they're still going to have an upward battle because they're going to be facing very good Warriors teams and very good Rockets teams.
Well, let me ask you this, and this is something that I've been wondering all day. Both Leonard and LeBron are small forwards. How is that going to be a cohesive unit if they're both on the court at the same time? Are they going to put LeBron at a power forward? That's out of his comfort level. Are they going to put Kawhi at a shooting guard? That's out of his comfort level. So how are they going to make that work together?
Because it's 2018 and you don't have a classic 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lineup anymore. LeBron plays point guard as much as he plays forward. He's a point forward, and Kawhi Leonard's a great ball handler, even though his defense is probably the just as good or the better aspect of his game. So you can put Kawhi Leonard and LeBron James out there and still move the ball and still score and still play good defense. So it doesn't matter. There will be some matchups where you take advantage of some of that, but it doesn't matter. These two guys want to play together, and they both want to be in LA. It's going to work.
All right, well, let's move and shift gears just a little bit, but stay on the LeBron topic. Adam brought this up a little bit earlier. I want to know y'all's thoughts. What does this do to LeBron's legacy? There was a huge heated debate earlier 5-6 years ago, LeBron versus Kobe, and now it's really looking at the whole bigger picture, LeBron versus MJ. Let's kind of take a huge step back and let's look at LeBron's career as a whole. What does this move to LA do for LeBron's legacy?
I mean, he was in Cleveland to begin with, right? Chased championship to Miami, brought it to Miami. made good on his promise, went back to Cleveland, won one for Cleveland in their drought. And it's like, because he couldn't win again, to me, it just feels like he went to the team. I mean, he went to the basketball equivalent of the Yankees, right? And said, I'm going to go to the place where the probability is the greatest and the budget is the biggest that will bring about the team around me to win a championship.
Right.
I mean, it's like I said earlier, I know he might have personal reasons for picking LA specifically and wanting to push for that location. But I mean, it just felt like, okay, I won one for Cleveland. It's been frustrating. I can't do it again. I'm just leaving.
Right.
You know? So I think that's the legacy that'll come out of this, is that he's just chasing another trophy.
Right. And I think I brought this up in our pre-show meeting. When you think of the name Michael Jordan, it's synonymous with the Bulls. When you think of the name Magic Johnson, Kobe Bryant, it's synonymous with the Lakers. When you think of Larry Bird, it's synonymous with the Celtics. When you think of Karl Malone, John Stockton, it's the Jazz. When you think of LeBron James 20 years after his career, you're not going to be able to think of a specific team. And I think that's going to tarnish his legacy in the long run. It's truly a guy that just tried to chase a ring. It wasn't a guy that wanted to make good on his fans and make good on his promises to his hometown.
Okay, I'm not the biggest LeBron James fan, but I gotta say this is ridiculous. LeBron James is going to be recognized as one of the top 5 greatest basketball players of all time, and it's not
really,
and it's not
really,
yeah, and it's not gonna matter. It's not gonna matter what jersey he was wearing, and quite frankly, it's very possible he could play in the league 7 more years. He just signed a 4-year contract, but he could play till he's 40. And if he plays in the league for 7 more years, he could very well win 5 or 6 championships in that 7-year span. It's probably not coming this next year, but in a couple of years, the Lakers could be poised to be the top team in the league for and make a run for a while. At that point, you may say his legacy will be how he ended with a huge winning stretch in a Lakers jersey. But it's going to be a highlight reel where you talk about his longevity. Because I really do think LeBron James is going to be playing till he's 39 or 40. He played every game this past season. He's not wearing down like a lot of guys start to do in their early 30s. He carried a team. And now he's not going to have to carry the Lakers. There's going to be enough accessories that he's not, out there on an island by himself. So I think LeBron is making a move that's going to help him extend his career, guarantee that he plays till he's 39 or 40, barring some severe injury, and he's probably going to wind up playing with his son.
God, no.
Yeah.
His kid is
coming.
13 years old. 13 years old.
I just said LeBron James could play 7 more years. His son,
Bronny
or LeBron Jr., LBJJ, or whatever you want to call him, the kid could be 18 or 19 and playing in the NBA. And the NBA, it's almost as rigged as wrestling, but not quite. They're going to find a way for LeBron and LeBron James Jr. to wind up on the same team. And Cleveland will probably be terrible for the rest of forever, so they'll probably have the lotto pick that gets them LeBron James Jr., and LeBron James will sign a 1-year contract to go play and finish his career in Cleveland and play with his son. But it's going to happen. And then I think people are just going to talk about how amazing LeBron James' longevity is, and it's not going to matter what jersey he was in to say he was one of the top 5 best players.
Yeah, I agree. I think that he'll be considered up there. I think the thing that bugs me the most is just all the greatest of all time talk. When you look at what Jordan and the Bulls were able to do in that 7-year span with the 2 3-peats, I mean, there's nothing I think that could ever compare to that again. And I think that Los Angeles gives him an opportunity to do that. But he's going to have to pull off some pretty cool stuff in the next 5 years in terms of championships to be up there. I think top 5 easily. But I think I think between this move that he's making mostly to maximize his probability of winning and the way that he acted towards the end of the NBA Finals, the lack of leadership he showed for his team when things got frustrating, those are the 2 things that I think will mark him more in a legacy. Is because just the way that he acted to me, I mean, it was just unacceptable. I mean, someone who's we said it a minute ago, he's got a 15-year career. Yeah. You just expect something more. and he just didn't bring it. And I'll be interested to see if he brings it in Los Angeles or not.
All right, so y'all brought up top 5. Let's do this real quick then. Let me go. Give me top.
Let's do this.
Let's do this. All right. Let me give you top 5 right now. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Oscar Robinson. Who are you taking out of those top 5?
Oscar Robinson.
Why? Oscar Robinson.
Because you're so passionate about it, to be honest.
I mean, okay, seriously. Who would you take? Where would LeBron James fall in that top 5? Because to me, he's below that top 5 right now.
Okay, I'm not even sure that's the top 5.
All right, where's your top 5 then?
All right, give me obviously Michael Jordan. LeBron James is in there. Give me Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Give me Wilt Chamberlain, and give me Dr. J.
Yep, I was gonna say a couple of those guys too.
All right. By the way, I just got a text from my wife to stop yelling, so I apologize if I was a little too rowdy.
We didn't realize the NBA was going to get you this fired up, Dave.
Well, when somebody tells me LeBron James is on the same level as Michael Jordan, I get passionate about it because Michael Jordan is the best. To borrow a phrase from one of my favorite wrestlers, Bret Hart, Michael Jordan truly is the best there was, the best there is, and best there ever will be. And I don't think anybody else is going to come close to MJ. And for people to even consider that LeBron is on the same level as MJ is asinine to me.
I think the talent's there to be on the same level. I don't think he can execute as well, and I don't think he's a leader. So,
and I think this moving to 3 or 4 different teams proves that he's not the leader that Michael Jordan was.
Yep. No, it's proof that he went to Cleveland. That's what it proves. It proves he had 2 stints in Cleveland. That's the only thing it proves. Cleveland is a dumpster fire. I hate that Colin Sexton is there. I tried to be optimistic that LeBron might stick around for a year to wait for the team environment to get better elsewhere, but Cleveland is a dumpster fire. It's always going to be a dumpster fire without LeBron James there. And the fact that Cleveland has 1 championship via LeBron James is a miracle. Like, LeBron James should be remembered as one of the greatest charity cases ever because he gave so much to the city of Cleveland and gave them winning seasons that they never could have had any other way.
I disagree with that. I think that Cleveland was a good team before LeBron. Look at Mark Price. I'm sorry.
We must never speak of Mike Price on this podcast.
Well, Mark Price. I mean, come on. Mark Price was in the playoffs long before Michael Jordan made his huge run. So Cleveland has had good teams in the past. It wasn't just LeBron bringing that team on.
It is next to impossible for Cleveland to put together a successful team in this environment unless LeBron James is involved. LeBron James currently has 31,038 points. That puts him, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th all time. He is going to overtake Dirk Nowitzki probably a third of the way into this next season because he's behind by 150 points. And we know, so we know he's going to overtake Dirk. And then the people that are ahead of him in points are Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Karl Malone, Kobe Bryant, and Michael Jordan and Wilt Chamberlain.
I don't think he'll catch up with Michael. He won't catch up with Kareem. He won't catch up with Kobe.
Okay, Michael Jordan has 32,292 points. LeBron James has 31,038 points.
Okay.
So
catch up with Mike.
So he's going to catch Michael Jordan. He's 33 years old. Barring like the loss of a limb, LeBron James is going to overtake Michael Jordan on the all-time point list. He's more than likely going to overtake Kobe Bryant on the all-time point list. I think it's a pretty good chance that he overtakes Karl Malone. The question is, can he reach Kareem? And I think by a lot of measures, people think he can.
Well, then let me ask you this: when you go down the history of the Lakers, where will LeBron stack up as all-time great Laker when this is over? Because think about it. The Lakers have had all these huge names.
Yeah, LeBron James will not be the greatest Laker of all time just by the nature of the fact that he's starting at 33. He's not going to be the greatest Laker of all time. He may actually be one of the top 5 greatest players of all time and not be one of the top 5 greatest Lakers of all time.
Yeah, I think
that's actually possible.
Magic, Kareem, Jerry West. Because, I mean, come on, the stinking NBA logo was made after Jerry West, wasn't it? Kobe, Shaq. So, dare we put Dwight Howard up there?
No, nobody dares put Dwight Howard up there.
No, not at all. And not at all.
And I love Shaquille O'Neal. I think, for me personally, Shaquille O'Neal is the greatest. But LeBron James, if he hangs around 4 years or more in Los Angeles, he's going to be on the greatest Laker list ahead of Shaquille O'Neal. But
I disagree with that.
I do think there will. I do think you'll be able to find 5 Lakers that had better Laker careers than LeBron James. I think that's possible. LeBron James will be possibly a top 10 Laker and a top 5 greatest player of all time, and not be a top 5 Laker though.
Okay. Well, you know what will be a top pick their entire career is our sponsor, the Roo Sport. Adam, have you rejoined us?
Yeah, they will be a top pick, and I honestly think, Dave, that Roo Sport, the magnetic running pouch that you use that clips to your waistband with magnets without the bulk of a belt or bag. I still can't believe I say that without a problem. I think that it's big enough to hold all of LeBron's trophies, but I don't think it's big enough to hold all of MJ's.
Probably not.
Might have to make a bigger version for Michael Jordan, but LeBron's, he can fit his in there.
They've got a pouch that's big enough to hold an iPhone Plus. I even use it to hold my iPhone Plus with an OtterBox, and it holds some of my race gels, and it holds my keys. So it's big enough to hold all that stuff. But I don't think it's big enough to hold all of MJ's rings and trophies.
No, I don't think so. But
no.
But if it was big enough, it would be the most convenient way possible to carry that.
Yeah, and
just like it is the most convenient way to carry any of your gear for hiking and running and walking and that kind of thing. And right now, if you head out to their website, theroosport.com, they're having a 30% off sale for the next 13 days until I think it's July 15th. If you use the promo code July4, that's JULY4, no space, and the number 4, you can use that and get 30% off. Finding the right Roo Sport that is the best fit for you, for if you want to hold your phone, your keys, any of your old baseball trophies from your glory days in high school or anything like that. So visit theroosport.com, find the one that's right for you.
And I'll tell you, they've got some cool colors. I've got a black and red one. It's Georgia colors because they didn't have a crimson and white one. But for you Auburn fans, they just came out with an orange one I saw. Go ahead and get you that orange one. I'm not going to say I like the color, but you know what? It's for you Auburn fans, that orange one might be the color for you. I've got the black and red one. Adam, which color do you have?
I have a black and bright green because a lot of my running stuff has really bright green or bright blue on it. So I chose the bright green.
Well, all my running stuff is either black or red.
Shocker.
I know, right? But hey, there is a Roo Sport pouch out there for you, and we love their product. Adam and I use it religiously. We love their product. We're trying to get Ben into running, and when we get Ben into running, we'll get Ben to purchase one of these Roo Sport pouches, right, Ben?
Exactly.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Be the first thing he buys, right?
Yeah.
I've actually got a couple of trips coming up where it'll be useful to not have my wallet in my pocket, and so I'm planning to get a Roo Sport to take on vacation, because you don't just have to have a Roo Sport just when you're running. There's plenty of other reasons to have a Roo Sport too, to take care of your valuables while you're on the road.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly. So go to their website, theroosport.com. Use that code. Was it, Adam, July 4?
Yeah, July 4. It's good through the 15th.
Yeah, and you get a percentage off. What is it, 30% off?
30%. Yep.
30% off your purchase. And, hey, we love them. We know you'll love them too. So, guys, let's go ahead and put a nice tiny bow on this this episode of Sideline Warning. We've gone a little longer than we had hoped to originally because we didn't think that I would go into a tirade about Michael Jordan versus LeBron. I'm sorry about that. But guys, let's go ahead and hit him with our sideline.
Did we not think that? I thought you were. I thought that was coming all along.
He took a left turn at Oscar Robinson for me. But
as soon as we did the pre-show, I was like, Dave's going to figure out a way to make this about Michael Jordan.
I mean, I could go and get my Michael Jordan jersey out of the closet.
Hey, you know what? At least I didn't find a way to make it about UCF.
Okay, there we go. There you go. All right, so hey Ben, let's start him off with your sideline warning.
It remains unclear how the Cleveland Cavaliers fans are going to respond to LeBron James leaving them for the second time. The first time they left, they lit a lot of jerseys on fire, since we want to bring up jerseys. And speaking of lighting jerseys on fire, I want to talk about Major League Baseball and the way they celebrate the 4th of July. I would like to take all of these special 4th of July and Memorial Day jerseys and caps and set them on fire. These are inappropriate ways to celebrate the holidays. They don't look good, they don't respect the team's brands, and they don't respect the brand of the American flag. This stuff doesn't look good. There are much better ways to honor the troops, better ways to honor America than taking, a little bit of stars and stripes and somehow sticking it inside a team sports logo and having to rearrange this stuff. I can now see Dave bring a whole bunch of just tacky caps in here. They don't look good. They don't represent the Braves. The Braves this week are playing in solid red caps, and it makes no sense. It looks terrible, and there are better ways to honor America. So let's get to it, and let's let teams play in regular uniforms, or at least something that looks better. That's my sideline warning.
I totally disagree. In fact, I have the one where the Braves was all blue with the faded American flag in the background, and then I have the all white one with the Atlanta Braves A with a fill-in of the American flag. The Braves do a great job with these American flag jerseys.
No, and it's supposedly standardized across the league, and these they don't look good. They don't look good.
Yeah, the one sock that has the stripes and the one that has the stars is pretty bad.
I love it.
Not having matching hosiery, that's a problem too.
Oh, wow. I mean, did we really bring in the word hosiery on the show?
I think you did. Yes,
I did. I'm a fan of athletics aesthetics, and right now baseball doesn't look good.
Hey, I got to tell you though, we're going to the Fire Frogs game on the 4th, and their jersey, normally their colors are kind of mostly red and black with some orange and yellow thrown in. They have a star on the front of their jersey, dead center, that says Florida Fire Frogs across it. A bald eagle on one side, fireworks on the other, and fireworks up in the air. On the back has a big star with their number with the stars and stripes on it. So if you think these are bad, we're going to post a picture of this on the Sideline Warning page, and you tell me what you think of that, guys.
I'll say this, though. For minor leagues, it's okay, because minor leagues, they have all these outlandish jerseys.
No, not this one, though.
I mean, come on. Have you seen the Back to the Future jerseys that one team did a couple years ago?
Yeah, that's true. But this is just like America on a jersey.
America.
I'm surprised there's not a picture of Chuck Norris on it.
All right, Adam, hit us with your sideline warning.
Yeah, I don't know why we're talking baseball, guys, because it doesn't even really seem like baseball season is going on. I have tried to spend a little bit more time on the Twitter per the recommendations of my esteemed co-hosts, and follow the ESPN page, and everything's hockey and basketball. And I get it, LeBron's a big deal, and I get it that ESPN's basically the GOAT network where like every show argues who's the greatest of all time in different sports. And this is LeBron's Oscar Robinson. And this is LeBron's big moment, and it's a big story, and everybody's paying attention. But just a little bit of diversity in what actually is being reported would be fantastic, because it's all basketball. Even hockey. I mean, Major League Baseball's in the swing right now. You have so many good stories that are out there, and it just doesn't feel like it's being covered. So, ESPN, give me a little bit more baseball love on the Twitter, please. Thank you.
I've got to say this. I'm sorry. My excitement level just hit me.
Holy cow.
Yeah, we're recording this show during the Braves and Yankees game on Monday nights. And Ronald Acuna.
Wait.
Oh, sorry. Ben is behind.
Wait. And we're out.
And here we go. Ronald Acuna just went yard in the top of the 11th. And I just have to say, hey, Ben, weren't you the one that said the Braves couldn't hang with the Yankees?
Oh, yes, he was.
Hey,
in a 7-game series.
look.
Hey, I'm loving this. I'm loving this.
Look, sir. Hey, well, this just leads in perfectly to my sideline warning. So I don't know about you, Adam and Ben, but growing up, the best way for me to enjoy a baseball game was to turn on the radio. And maybe that's been my background of loving radio and wanting to be on the radio, wanting to be a radio broadcaster. But the best way to really paint a picture to watch a ball game is really to watch it with your ears. I guess as Braves fans, we've been spoiled with the Braves radio network because we have great radio guys. Don Sutton. Sorry. Don Sutton. You got Mark Lemke now. Okay, fine. Sutton. I remember Sutton. But we got great radio guys. So yesterday, I was driving home from Starkville to see, hung up with my brother and my two nieces and my sister-in-law for a day. And I was driving home listening to the Braves and Cardinals game. Well, Sirius Radio only had the Cardinals radio network calling the game. And my apology to any Cardinals fans that listen to this show. Those are the two worst radio announcer guys that I have ever heard call a game live. So Braves fans, be lucky for what you got, because for as long as I can remember, the Braves have had a great radio network. We've had a great local TV guys calling the show. Be lucky for the guys you have calling radio and calling TV, because it's a lot worse out there for a lot of other teams. You can't all be legendary broadcasters, and apparently the Cardinals didn't really care who they have calling the radio guys. The guy couldn't even announce Inciarte's last name. He kept calling him Inciarce or Ron Acuna. Acuna Matata. Right. So just Braves fans, be very thankful for what you've got.
Does it remind you of one Georgia Bulldogs announcer with Tua tongue-tied?
Yeah, Tua tonga. I don't care. All right, guys. Well, there's our abbreviated sideline warning for the 4th of July weekend. I will say this. Enjoy your family. Enjoy the fireworks. Enjoy the barbecue. But also remember why we're enjoying this time. This country was not made free by just becoming free. This country was made free by a price. So thank the veterans that you know in your life. Say a prayer. Thank the guys that have paid, the guys and ladies that have paid the ultimate sacrifice to enjoy this freedom that we have here in this country. Be safe when you're shooting off your fireworks, but also listen to Sideline Warning. We'd appreciate you to kind of stream our podcast while you're out there swimming and barbecuing, shooting off some fireworks. I know you might want to have some, some 4th of July music. But you know what? There's nothing more American than sports and listen to other guys talk sports. But hey, if you're doing that, also subscribe to Sideline Warning on iTunes, Google Play, on iHeartRadio, and also Stitcher Radio, right? Stitcher? Yeah, Stitcher. Spotify.
There you go.
Yeah.
One of those S's.
We're out there. You got to find us.
Right, exactly.
I think Doug Sutton's podcast is on.
Hey, also you can find us on Instagram at SW The Show. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/SW The Show. Also join the Facebook fan group, Sideline Warning Facebook fan group. You can follow us on Twitter at SW The Show. Follow me at DAdams419. Follow Ben at TheBenFoster. And hey, Adam has already said he's already tweeting, so go ahead and follow him at RunTideRun. Guys, as always, we love you. We'll see you guys on the next show. And as always, roll Tide. did a good. Hey, those are great jerseys. I don't know what you're talking about.
Ooh.
Those are awesome.
Ooh.
I would buy one of those.
You're proving my point, Dave.
Come on, man.
They've got one for one of the nights. It's like something for her.
Dave, you just recorded the show with in a sleeveless shirt with your cap turned backwards.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh man, that's too funny.
That's definitely the outtake. That is definitely the outtake.
Get her done.
Larry the Cable Guy recording the podcast with us here.
Oh my gosh.
There is nothing wrong with a sleeveless shirt and a hat turned backwards.